Question 4, Roman 1. In reference to mergers and acquisitions, explain the meaning of the term merger. A merger is the uniting of two or more companies through an acquisition by one company, which controls the holding of the other company. This means you unite two or more companies into one company, whereby those companies lose their identity, then you will have a new company. Roman 2. In a takeover situation, the acquiring company is called a predator, while the company being acquired is called a target. With reference to the above statement, discuss 4 methods which the predator might use to pay for the purchase price of the target company. These ways include, number 1, we have cash payment, whereby payment is made in form of cash. Then another one is issue of new shares in the predator company, where the shareholders of the other company are given shares in the new company. Then you have payment in form of debt. That is, the shareholders become creditors of the company. Then we have mixed offering, whereby it can be in form of cash and shares, or also cash and debt. Question 4b. With respect to audit of company accounts, state 4 grounds which might disqualify a person from being appointed as an auditor of the company. So these grounds include, number 1, we have a body corporate. That is, a company is not allowed to be an auditor of another company, because an auditor is supposed to make an opinion and companies cannot make an opinion. Then the second one, we have officer or servant of the company. If you are an employee of the company, you cannot be an external auditor of that particular company. Only an internal auditor can be an employee, but not an external auditor. Then number 3, we have a partner or employee of a servant or an officer of a company. If you are a partner in that company, again, you are not supposed to audit that company. Or if you are an employee of a partner in that company, then you don't qualify to be an auditor of that company. Then if a person is disqualified by a holding company, you cannot audit a subsidiary. So you can be an auditor of a holding company and also an auditor of a subsidiary. But if you have been disqualified by the holding company, you are not allowed to be the auditor of a subsidiary. Then you have disqualification under common law, whereby somebody is disqualified in case of insanity, or also bankruptcy, whereby these parties lose contractual capacity. So they are not allowed to be auditors of the company. And also, anyone who is below 18 years does not qualify to be an auditor of the company. Question 4c. Describe 3 characteristics of a debenture which creates a floating charge on the assets of the company. So these characteristics include, number 1, does not restrict transfer of the asset. So whenever you are having a floating charge, you are free to transfer the asset. You can sell the asset without any restriction. Then the second one, does not restrict the creation of another charge. For example, you can create a fixed charge whenever there's a floating charge on the assets of the company. Then it's also a cover over all assets of the company. So a floating charge is not on a specific asset of the company. So it's a cover on assets of the company generally. Then it's a charge over trading assets of the company. So meaning it's not a charge, for example, over the fixed assets of the company, but those trading assets including stock and so on.